Hello friends, it's day 2 of Beginner Sewing Week, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a super cute and easy mug rug. Let's go! Now you can make this super duper simple, or you can go a little bit more fancy. I'm going to try and go semi fancy. I'm going to try a little bit of quilting here. You do not have to do that if you don't want to. So I've got all scrap fabric, some orange, some pink, and then this super fun orange and pink disco ball. So we're going to use this, and we're going to use some cotton batting. You can use like heat resistant stuff if you want. You don't have to put anything in it if you don't want to. I just want a little tiny bit of cushion. So we're going to use this. And I'm going to make this a little rectangle, I think. So I'm just going to cut out an eyeballed rectangle, like a little rug. And we want this to be about a ½ inch to an inch smaller than this. So we'll make this guy, I'm gonna square it up right now. So we're gonna make this 4 inches wide. Trim her down. And let's make it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do a little 4x6 action here. This will be a big rug, but that's okay. I like a big mug. I need a big mug for my big rug. So I'm just using my cutting mat and my ruler to help me cut straight lines. Okay, so here's our little 4x6, how cute. And now all of these, we're going to make 5x7 because we're going to kind of quilt. So we're gonna shrink a little bit, and this will be our size guide, and we'll cut off any excess at the end. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and we're gonna make all of these a little different because I'm gonna quilt it. So this top piece, I'm gonna just make my regular 5x7. So I'm gonna start and cut off this stuff we don't want. We'll go, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet. I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna cut here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay. I'm gonna press this really quick. Much better. Okay, so we're at our little 9-inch mark here, and we're at our 16. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll cut that down on the 16. We can use this for zipper tabs or something later. Line this up with the 9. I'll cut on the 16 again. And then we'll just do our 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to cut, what am I doing? Here we go. So now we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to cut this to be 5. We should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a little excess that we'll cut off. Okay, so this is our front piece. If you want to just do 2 pieces like this, you can. But I am going to do these little guys kind of patchworked together. I feel like that would be kind of fun and just a little different. So I'll show you how to do that really quick in a very easy beginner way, because that's what we are, beginners. Okay, so I'm gonna stack these and cut them together. And these are 10 by 10. I just got these all in a pack of from Amazon for things just like this to practice with. I'm gonna cut them down to 5 inches wide. Cut them in half, so then I can use the other half for something else. And then I'll cut these in half again. Then, surprise, we're gonna cut them in half again. So I'm basically just making tiny squares. You can definitely use scraps for this if you want to. Okay, so now we're gonna patchwork these together, and we want this to be probably a little bigger than our 5x7 so we can cut it down. So what I'm gonna do is start on one line, and I'm gonna count, we'll make it maybe, what, and 1/2 inch bigger than it needs to be on each side. So I'm just gonna piece this like a checkerboard. Will be kind of fun. Love a checkerboard. We'll have some extra scraps or something else, which is fun. Here we go, easy peasy. Is this gonna be tall enough? Yeah, it should be. Okay, so now to piece all of these together, it's gonna be really easy. And I'm gonna do it this way to make it even easier. I'm gonna go in a vertical line and I'm gonna sew each of these little stacks together. So I'm facing them towards each other here. And we're just gonna sew boop, 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 boop. And then we'll attach them here to make a little checkerboard. I'm gonna take this opportunity to use orange thread because I never use orange thread. I probably will on Halloween, but until then. I'm gonna chain stitch these, which means basically I'm just gonna leave these attached here and just pull them through so that we'll have one little long thing. It just makes it a little bit faster. And normally I would do this with my quilting foot that has a little 1/4 inch seam allowance like arm on there, but this is a beginner video, and if you don't have a quilting foot, you can just use your regular foot, and that's okay. Use your regular feet. See, we've got all our little guys on a line. So now I can cut these apart and I'm gonna press them open. We don't have a huge seam allowance here, which is fine. So I'm gonna press these open this way. Oops. Okay, and then we'll just sew along the other lines. So let me go press these. Now, if you want to make this super fancy, you can. You could attach these and then cut them and piece them all up together. That's for a different time. We're not going to do that right now. Okay, so I've got my first 2 pieces. I'm going to put them good faces together. I am going to try and line up where their seams are. And then I'm just going to sew right down here and we'll continue on with the rest. So we've got our first piece here. Whee, checkerboard. So now with the next piece, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it face down on our next little thing, and we'll go, and then we'll have our next little section. And we'll continue that with the last piece. So just make sure you're doing face to face and that your pattern doesn't get wonkified. Da-da-da. How fun! Okay, I'm gonna press this and then we'll move on. Okay, so we've got our little checkerboard here. We've got our middle part and we've got our other piece. So I'm going to now cut these down to be the same size. If you want to be more precise, you could probably build this out and make this the same size, but I don't really care how big this ends up being, honestly. So I'm just gonna cut these, this a little shorter and this a little shorter, so that everything is the same size. And that's fine with me. But if you want to be precise with your measurements, do that. Not me. I am cutting straight lines though. Okay, so we've got both of our pieces here. So this is where we're sitting right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this part first and I'm gonna quilt this to this. So I'm gonna put this in the middle and I'm gonna use a little basting spray to keep it in place. You don't have to do that, but I like it. So I'm gonna spray my basting spray onto this guy here. And I just get this at Walmart. Whee! That's just gonna kind of tack this on so that when we sew them, they don't come apart. So now to quilt this, I'm gonna do some lines here, and then lines here. So we'll just have some cute little seams. You can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna box it out, I think. I am gonna change to my quilting foot. You do not have to. Use your zigzag foot. No big deal. But this is what the quilting foot looks like. So it's a normal foot. It just has this little thing right here, which helps you keep your seams straight. And I like it. I used to think changing the feet on your sewing machine was like the hardest thing of all time, but it's really not. So now I'm using all these different feet because I figured out it's not scary to change it. If you don't want to quilt this, you don't have to. You can attach this way and just move right on to the next thing. No big deal. But I am learning to quilt and I'm practicing and I'm enjoying practicing. So you're going to practice with me. You could use your zigzag foot for this. It really doesn't matter. Maybe I will use my zigzag foot. Let's change our minds. That's fine too. Whee! Okay. See how easy that was to change? I thought it was so hard. It's not. Okay, I'm going to keep using that orange thread because that's totally fine. And I'm just going to try and line up pretty close to the edges here. And we're just going to go. So my point of reference is this little clear bar right here. I'm lining that up with the middle section to keep all of my seams consistent. Sometimes you don't need measurements, you just need points of reference. I like that better. So now I'm going to go on the other side and I'm going to line my middle seam, this part, up with this clear line in the machine, and it's going to sew then a perfect little even stitch right there. And I'll just follow that reference the whole way down. So I'm not looking at my needle at all. So I messed up a little bit there, but that's okay, who cares? And I'll just do that for the rest of them. Okay, how cute and fun is that? Now we can attach everything together. Okay, so we have our backing, which could be the fronting. So I've got my first piece face up. Let's do this. And then I'm going to put my second piece face down. And I'm going to sew the entire perimeter except for one little sliver. And you can mark that if you want to. I'm going to do it on this edge. So I'm going to leave this much unsewn so that we can flip it right side out at the end. So I'm going to sew all the way around here in one continuous motion. So I'll start here, I'll just go all the way around and end here. Okay, so now I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to flip this right side out. And I'm going to use my little Dollar Tree crochet hook to poke out my corners so they're nice and crispy. So now what we need to do is close her up and press it. So I'm going to make sure all of this is nice and even, like we don't want any of this happening. So I'm going to lay those seams down like this, keep everything like one-sided. I don't want to see the other side when I flip to the other side, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to fold these seams in and we'll press this so it stays nice. Okay, so we'll press that so it's nice and flat. Now I'm going to reclip this so they stay nice before we sew them. And then we're going to sew a top stitch along here as close as we can and just around the entire thing so it looks consistent. Okay, so we've got everything sewn up and closed. We're all good. We've got a little rug for our mug. So that's it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. As always, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And don't forget to come back tomorrow for day 3 and another beginner sewing project. Okay, I'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye.